What's going on, team? Proof here, and welcome back to the next recruit report video. And the card I'm going over is Breaking Grandmobile, which is one of the cards that came out with Janice in the card of the day reveals a few days ago. So the way he works is auto on rear guard. When your Vanguard attacks, cost counterblast 1 and soul blast another Breaking Grandmobile and stand this unit. So the first thing that you notice that it's a giftless grade 3. So implications there is that obviously you don't want to have to ride it. So if you incorporate into your deck, you need to be able to have other Vanguards you want to use it with to be able to not worry about riding it, because it doesn't have a Vanguard effect. So if you get stuck on it, you lose the game. So you want to pack in enough grade 3s with Vanguard effects. So thankfully we have two really good ones in General Safety and Bull Spike that I featured a few videos ago. So those two have some good synergies with it. More prevalent in General Safety, because the first thing that I thought of when I saw this card is that it has General Safety synergy. Because if you call one out from your hand while you're sitting on General Safety, you can counterblast 1, suck it into the soul through Safety skill, and call out a second one, and now you've instantly enabled the ability to do the restand effect through that. So if you're on Force 1, you have a 33k attacker for both swings, or first swing at the very least, or if you're on Force 2, you have a 23k attacker for your first swing, which is really, really good. And it's the only way we have at the moment to instantly have 4 attacks on our turn, which is one of the things that we wanted for spikes coming out of the set, because we've seen Bushiroad enable multi-attacking in a lot of the other Force clans, and we thought it's time for us to have our turn. So we get the first version of that in Breaking Grandmobile. And a good setup that you can have when you're going for a General Safety type of play is that you can, after you've enabled Grandmobile through General Safety, you attack with his side first, and then you attack with your other rear guard side, and then that way you get 2 attacks off, and then you attack with Vanguard, and then you do the skill of Grandmobile to restand it. So now you have the guaranteed attack there to pass your triggers to if your opponent blocks the attack. But then you also still threaten with General Safety's on hit ability to then be able to stand your other rear guard if he hits. So you get a guaranteed 4 with a possible 5 attack swing for spikes, which is unheard of for us in standard at the moment, which is really something that you would want to push for with this kind of build, is going for that type of turn either at least one time a game, but maybe get it multiple times a game, because if you get it multiple times a game, you know you put yourself in a really good position to win. Now, being a grade 3 means you need to make space for it, which means that, as I mentioned before, if you're going to incorporate it, make sure you have enough other grade 3s to make it function. And in terms of other card synergies, it has a positive synergy with Gyro Slinger, because if you have a Grandmobile in your hand early and you place Gyro Slinger, you can put it into the soul and you've enabled the second one, but then you also advance your board state by being able to check the top 1 or 2 cards of your deck and calling out another unit. So that has really good synergies there. Excuse me. And it has positive synergy with Jackknife Janice, which I featured in the previous video, because Janice, with her ability, she can counterblast 1 and absorb 1 that's on your board to be able to get it out the way to set up the next one after that. Or if you have the counterblast to burn, because between Safety, Grandmobile, and Janice, that's a lot of counterblast to be used. If you want to incorporate Franny into your deck to be able to enable some more future stuff, is also an option as well. It's nice to see Spikes getting some more counterblast options, because before it was General Safety or Spike Bouncer, which it didn't lead to a lot of decision making, since you just played both of them in the deck anyway and didn't worry too much about it. But now you're kind of starting to see different ways you can build your deck up to fit what your playstyle is going for, which is really cool to see. And it's nice to see it all contained in this one. So being able to have some support for the previous stuff while enabling some of the future stuff as well, I think it's really cool, and it offers a lot of deck building pathways, which is fun for me because I like to tinker. But all in all, I think Grandmobile is a really fun card to want to incorporate into a more Safety style deck. So whether you'll make Safety your main grade 3, and then I would say make your backup more like a Bull Spike, because you can still make it work with Bull Spike as long as you somehow find a way to get into the soul via Janice or Gyro Slinger and still get 4 attacks off on your Bull Spike turn. and then you make space for X amount of Grandmobiles. So I think it's a really good car. I think it's going to be really fun. I look forward to doing some more testing with it. If you've been testing it yourself, let me know down below what you think about it and how you think your deck is shaping up with it. So yeah, that'll do it for me. I hope you enjoyed, and until the next one, peace, be easy.